You don't have a lot of time, but you still want to learn a new way to express yourself in English every day? I get it. And that's why I created English Express. This is your host, Danny, and this is English Express. Every day, we'll have a very short episode in which you will learn a new way to express yourself in English. Never stop learning, even if you don't have a lot of time for it. Listen to English Express. Welcome to a new English Express episode. In this episode, we will talk about pronunciation and accent. We will talk about how to reduce the sound of to. Well, that might sound very simple, but trust me, stay tuned and you will find that it is not that simple. If you really want to sound like a native speaker, listen to this episode. You can find the transcript on my website, EnglishPlusPodcast.com. Better yet, if you are a patron, you will get exclusive episodes, series, and resources to take your English and learning to the next level. You can find the links in the description of the episode. And now, without further ado, let's talk about how we can reduce the sound of to improve our pronunciation and accent. So, what is this all about? It is to. It is very simple, right? But is it? Is it always pronounced as to? Not really. Unless you really want to stress it, you don't pronounce it like to. We usually pronounce it like t. For example, today. We don't say today, or tonight, or tomorrow, or to work. We say today, tonight, tomorrow, to work. So, the preposition to usually reduces so much that it is like t, not really to, okay? Remember, unless you want to stress what you're saying. If you want to stress what you're saying, like when you say, I want to go to work, that is something else. That's something different. But in regular speech, we don't pronounce the full to. We reduce it. We say today, tonight, tomorrow, to work, to. You see, only to. You can pause the episode and try to repeat after me if you want. But now let me give you some more examples. What about to school? Have you ever heard anybody saying, to school, I'm going to school? No, nobody says that, right? I'm going to school. I'm going to school. What about to the store? Or we have to go now. We have to go. Not we have to go now. Nobody says that, right? You haven't heard it. It sounds weird. It sounds strange. Because it is. In regular speech, people usually reduce the to. They say we have to go now. He went to work. They hope to find it. I can't wait to find out. To find out, not to find out, okay? We don't know what to do. What to do. What to do. Not what to do, okay? We don't know what to do. Don't jump to conclusions. Don't jump to conclusions. Not don't jump to conclusions, all right? What about Shakespeare's famous to be or not to be? You see, you heard me. It's to be or not to be. Not to be or not to be. Nobody says it like that. So it is to be or not to be. He didn't get a go. He didn't get to go. Get to go, not get to go. That's not everything. You might say that, oh, but that's perfect. It's to, but it's not always to. If that same to follows a vowel sound, it will become d, not t, not even t. It will be pronounced like a d, d. Let me give you an example. He told me to help. Now, here I said to, and I kind of stressed it, but this is not the way to go. If you want to reduce it, if you want to say it like native speakers, we don't say, he told me to help or to help. Because here, after me, which is E here, which is a vowel, obviously, we say d. He told me to help. He told me to help. It's not a full d. You don't pronounce the d strongly, but it is more of a d than a t, okay? So, he told me to help. She told you to get it. To get it. It's not to get it, it's to get it. She told you to get it. Now, of course, if you pronounce it on its own, it will sound strange. So you will have to say it all together. You will have to connect all the sounds together to make it sound natural. What about I go to work? I go to work. It's not I go to work. It's I go to work. At 1:45. The only way to get it is. The only way to get it is. The only way to get it is. Nobody says it this way, of course, but you can say the only way to get it is. You've got to pay to get it. You've got to pay to get it. Let's go to lunch. Let's go to lunch. Not let's go to lunch. We don't say to here, right? Let's go to lunch. So, if you really want to make the most of this episode, you can pause the episode as many times as you want and try to say these expressions after me. Try to pronounce them yourself. Try to get this accent yourself. You can do it. So, that was everything I wanted to share with you in this English Express episode. Don't forget to visit my website, EnglishPlusPodcast.com, and check the great learning opportunities you can find there. There is the Activity Center with daily fun activities, quizzes, and logic and math puzzles. And if you decide to become a patron on Patreon, there is a lot more available only to patrons, like the daily audio courses and the exclusive audio series, among many other benefits you can get when you become a patron. All the links you need are in the description of the episode. What are you waiting for? Take your English and learning to the next level and never stop learning with EnglishPlusPodcast.com. Thank you very much for listening to this episode. This is your host, Danny. I will see you next time.